And good Sunday morning, and welcome to the new time change. I don't know about you, but I've been running all morning trying to figure out and get myself straightened out on my time. So it is happening today. It is now almost 8 o'clock, so I'm a tad behind than what I normally am on a Sunday, so I apologize about that. As I mentioned in a post a few minutes ago, I put out the new threat. Mississippi, our area, particularly in West Alabama, has moved from a 2, which, the National Weather Service usually puts these out, and we do get storms out of them in the yellow. We've now been bumped up to a 3 out of a 5. So a little bit more serious. There's a big chance that we could get some serious weather come Wednesday. We'll go over that. We'll look at the maps. Now, again, we're 3 days out. Things can change. It can either worsen or it could get a little bit better. Let's hope for the better. But as it stands, be extremely weather alert when we come to Wednesday. We'll look at this here and go through it. We'll look at the maps and show where we are and what's coming. And also, I got a tornado to show you that was in Texas yesterday afternoon that they caught live on video. These things are just very dangerous. They can pop out of the sky at a moment's notice. You can be watching a storm on radar, and then bam, it's on the ground. So always take these things very serious when we start talking about there's a chance for us. North Mississippi tonight, just barely a chance. We're not going to get any of that. Our rain will come in after midnight. All right, let's switch and put our thoughts to some weather. How about that?
Your forecast is brought to you by EMEPA, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
All right, let's first pull up here and go by a couple of stats of what we've got this morning from the National Weather Service of some fog that is due south of us as we pull this up. This is going to be south of Meridian, just to the edge, Shabuta. These areas here in Clark County and down through the Laurel, Hattiesburg areas having a lot of fog over to Brookhaven. Again, that's not right here, but due south. If you've got to go that way past DeSoto in Clark County, you'll start seeing it get bigger and bigger by the time you get to that county line there at Shabuta. It should be pretty thick there at the Wayne County line, and it shifts to the west of Wayne, taking in over here. Now again, quarter mile visibility in some of those areas. It's thick. I know you're looking around here in the Meridian area going, well, I don't see anything. It's not bad outside here. It's a nice, cool, crisp, got some dew outside today. As we look at this, tonight is where severe thunderstorms could happen in the Mississippi Delta. And this is just a 1. It means it's just a marginal risk. Something could pop up. It's going to be more out to the west. We'll look at the big map here in just a second and show you. Now, this is where our concern comes in. This is what the National Weather Service issued this morning at 5 o'clock. We were at a 2. They've upped this to a 3 now. This is enhanced risk here. Severe storms are likely going to happen on Wednesday. Damaging wind and gust. We'll get large hail up to golf ball size hail, and tornadoes are very possible with these. Again, it's still a few days out, but when we start getting into these colors from the National Weather Service, they do mean business. So have a plan on this. Be ready. Let's go over and look at some maps here, and then we'll talk more about the getting ready here of where we are. Let's go to radar here and look at what's going on this morning. As we pull up the large radar across the United States, we're showing down here in the south of us here. We go down south of Meridian, that Hattiesburg area here. This is where that fog is, and anywhere around Mobile, Biloxi, all of that thick, heavy fog over to Fort Walton Beach. If you're down on the beach this morning, having a little vacation or headed that way, you're going to get into that, just to the east of New Orleans as well. Now, we go across here, we start picking up rain down near Austin, San Antonio, these areas here. Light rain, nothing serious up through Fort Worth. Dallas has got a little bit, and straight up through Oklahoma. And then we get to some heavier rain just north of Tulsa when you get into Wichita and those areas. Joplin, where they've had bad weather in the past. We look out here to our west, and they're still out west of Midland, Texas, where a lot of oil work goes on. They're still watching these high winds. A bunch of that through their wind advisories, a high wind warning when you get into that orange. That's those little sandstorms that come up. And then we get into all of this area. This is the northern end of that storm that has been making its way towards us. Denver, Cheyenne getting dumped. They're expecting anywhere from 2 to 3 feet of snow up through here. Casper, Wyoming, heavy. I looked at some pictures of that. It's rough. Nebraska getting the worst of the rain this morning through Omaha. Down through Kansas City, some light stuff. All right, let's back out now, and let's go to severe weather here, and pull up day 1 of what's going to happen here. This is what's going on tonight. They've got chances here up to around Kansas for today. As we come across, they've got just light chances here through Springfield. This is that area that's just to the west of us. Originally, it was riding here, the worst of the weather. Now it's been moved over, and it's just barely getting into the state here. And this is just the one category here from Memphis down through Greenwood. Not too bad. It's not going to be horrible at all. That's for tonight, again, Jonesboro. There are chances of bad weather in that, but it could have been worse. It was higher than that, and they've backed down on that. All right, let's move to day 2, which is going to be tomorrow. Let's go. All right, here we go. Outlook on day 2. It moves it over just a little bit, and we'll get light rain. This is where our rain is going to be coming in tomorrow. And we're going to get a lot of it, a 70% chance, 75% chance rain. Possibly by the afternoon that will be moved out is what we're looking at. But that's the area for tomorrow. Tuesday, let's go ahead and move. And this goes all the way up to Evansville, Louisville, Kentucky. Taking in all of the Murfreesboro, Nashville area there. All right, let's go to day 3, which is Tuesday here, and turn this one off. Now, this is what's going to be back building out to our west before it gets here on Wednesday. Oklahoma City, that is a serious storm there, and this will move over by Wednesday. We don't have the graphs. They do them about 3 days out of just how rough they could be. We'll get those for you. We'll have some more information on this tomorrow. This is going to be north of Dallas, Plano area, Oklahoma City, all this Tulsa, Fort Smith, Arkansas, Fayetteville, Joplin. That's where the bad weather is going to be on Tuesday, and then this will make its way here on Wednesday. As you see, we'll get rain, some pretty heavy rain there Tuesday, up to the northern portion, Enterprise area there, across there. That's for Tuesday. Now, all of this is bets off when it comes on Wednesday. Things will increase. Let's pull this up. Let me go over here and pull up this video and just show you this tornado that came through. If I still have it, here it is. This is shallow water, Texas, is where this is. And let's pull this up here where you can get a good look at this of what happens with tornadoes. All right, here that is.
Oh, right there. Holy crap! Look at that. It's a full condensed tornado.
And that's a pretty serious storm. That's on the low end also. The tornadoes that come through, it left a lot of stuff there. It did tear up a lot, but not like these F3s and F4s that come through the area. But that's how quick a storm can drop from the sky and mess something up. And that's where we get into, be prepared. As we get into to Wednesday, we do want to watch our weather. As I've said before, have a plan. And they say this for reasons, and no one is downing anybody that lives in a mobile home. Don't take that wrong. But if you live in a mobile home on Wednesday, have a plan of where you're going to go, because it can tear up a brick home quick too, but it will get under a mobile home and it lifts them up quickly, even if they're tied down. And we want you to be safe. We all remember what happened to the family a few years back where 11 people were in it. It was horrible. So have a plan come Wednesday. And one of the big things, and I've pushed this before, helmets. Whether it's a football helmet, a riding helmet, anything like that, buy one for everybody in your family. Put those on. If you were to be picked up by a tornado and thrown, that would protect your head. That's where most of this damage comes from. And also on Wednesday, wear boots of some sort, or if you've got some hard shoes, tennis shoes is just not a good, or sneakers, or little thin, I don't know, Angie's got a bunch of those slip-on shoes, but wear something that has a hard sole in case a tornado were to be hit, that when you walked, you wouldn't step on nails and things to protect your feet. Just little things like that. Have a place to go to. Be prepared as we get to this. Hopefully, all of this will blow over and nothing will happen, but we want to go ahead and have a plan in the back of our head. Make sure to get a weather radio. Do you have one of those? They're loud, they're obnoxious, they wake you up, but you know what? They save your life. That's what all this is about, is keeping you safe wherever you are on Wednesday. Now, I'll go live when all this happens. We'll go it street by street and let you know where that storm is when it gets near you. We'll be here all through that when it happens on Wednesday. Let's look at the forecast of what they're breaking down and telling us at this point. Now, today, as I said, is going to be great. We're looking at that fog to about 10 o'clock south of us, down to the southern end of Clark County. As we move into tonight, we get a slight chance of rain between 1 and 4. Low of 63, not bad. Tomorrow, 70% chance of showers. This should be ending sometime in the afternoon, the way they've got it now. This could be pushed, so I would not hold this to the fire that it's going to break with that sunshine early by 1:30 or 2. I'm not convinced of that yet. Let's see what happens. But at some point, the rain will move out, and it'll start breaking a little bit of sunshine before dark. High of 80 tomorrow, and gusty again, 25-mile-an-hour gust. As we get into tomorrow night, 70% chance of showers and thunderstorms. 50% tomorrow night. Let me take that back. 50% chance. Low of 61. Still gusty. By Tuesday, we'll get a 70% chance of rain. Anything that you've got outside that needs water is going to get plenty. 78 for a high on Tuesday. 70% chance of rain on Tuesday night. And then comes Wednesday. We get a 90% chance of these storms. High of 78. And gusts are going to be about 30 miles an hour. So we've got some weather ahead of us as we get closer and closer to this. So don't weigh this lightly. We're days out, and when the National Weather Service starts throwing these up, you really should pay attention to what they're saying in between now and then. I certainly will, and we'll be here to back up everything as it gets a little closer. Let's go back and look at this as we move through. Let's see right here. As they show us here, the National Weather Service, we'll get a little bit of below normal temperatures, just a tad there. It's not much because we're still in those upper 60s in the forecast as we move forward. Their record highs on this date, 86 back in 2019. That wasn't that long ago, was it? 1993, which I can barely remember now. That's a blur in my mind. It was 17 degrees on this date back in 1993. Let's see. I've been married 3 years then. That's been a spell ago. As we look at this extended forecast here, we got that 70% chance of rain, 80% Tuesday, 90% there. And we do have a Thursday, a 10% chance of rain still in there. And by Friday, it's out of the forecast, which is good news there. We like that. As we step ahead, as we move on into March, we look at this. Temperatures are going to remain in the 60s for the most part there, right at the 70-degree mark, anywhere 68 to 72. Nighttime lows look to be in the upper 40s through about the 28th of the month of March. And then, well, April showers will be coming, won't they? So we've got some weather ahead of us here. Nice weather. We'll see what happens as we get into April. We have seen April bring some weird weather to us, haven't we? We have. So let's hope that stays way from us. As I've said before, if you want someone that's dependable, an honest person to take care of your cars and things when, well, accidents do happen. And that's Chet's Paint and Body right here in the Center Hill area. There at the split out by the reservoir. And if you want an honest person that takes care of something, gives you his word, this is Chet. That's who you need to go to. You can call Chet at 737-2961. They'll give you an estimate. They do all the insurance work. They'll file it, take care of it for you. You don't have to worry about it. They've fixed many, many cars. Fixed for me, probably fixed for you at some point. If you haven't had that experience, talk to Chet. The timely matter getting your cars back. They're not somebody that keeps it and you don't hear back from them. Again, this is a few pictures of cars that they fixed. Little dents to, they've got bigger ones. You've got a show car, he can do those also. Chet's Paint and Body, again, here in Center Hill. Call them at 737-2961. They'll give you a free quote. They'll take care of you, and good, honest work. And that's one of the few things you find in this world anymore, somebody that's honest and does what they said they'll do. Well, that's where we are. We're sitting at 57 right now as we wait later for that high today to reach all the way to 80 degrees. No chance of rain today. It's going to be partly sunny. Great weather to head off to church. So not a bad day for us. Let's see. I wanted to say good morning to Daniel Pilgrim and Beverly. How are you, Beverly? Dean Baskin is up along with Dwayne Bounce. Good morning. Belinda Atkins says good morning along with Polly Jackson. How are you? Happy Sunday. Hadn't heard that term in a while. Tiffany Spence is up. Good morning. Miss Ann Cook is also. Donna Roseman, good Sunday morning to you. And Kim Valking, good morning from Quitman, Mississippi. Salute. I got to find out the population of Quitman. I'll look that up. Elmer Talbert, good morning. And a good morning to you no matter where you are. I hope you'll get to church somewhere and enjoy yourself today. We'll monitor the weather. I'll have more updates of what's going on with the weather and well, big stories that happen around the world. It looks like the Nashville police officer who was shot a couple of days ago is going to be okay. I don't know if you watched that video yet, but wow. It's a miracle that man is walking. So I've got that on my page if you want to scroll back a few stories and look at it. It's scary. It really shows you what a cop goes through. So anyway, that's our weather. Again, right now, 57. Thank you for dropping by and being a part of it here at Scotty Ray's Weather. As always, I'll be here when the weather turns rough. That's when we come live, and we'll show you where it is to keep you safe, street by street. We'll be back with more, and I hope you have a wonderful Sunday.
Scotty Ray's Weather is brought to you by
If I were the Prince of Darkness, I would want to engulf the